Most common side effects are tiredness, headache, injection site pain, and muscle pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrisvo.com.
So don't wait. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrisvo, because every breath matters.
The Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and online at WGNSradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Hey, everybody. Welcome into another Roundtable here on a Wednesday morning on WGNS. Chip Walters with you from Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates, and the Blue Raider Network. Glad to have you with us today. And today we're talking Main Street, Murfreesboro, and some of the great events that they have. And Sarah Callender, who is the director of Main Street, is here today once again. And, you know, Sarah, we did this a year ago. I brought up an idea to you about revealing the bands for Friday Night Live, and I thought that went over really good a year ago, and we're going to do that again today. So I appreciate you holding off and not putting them out there just yet. So we're gonna folks are going to hear about it all for the first time today.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is a great idea you had.
Well, there's one. There's one. Also, Michael Lynn White is here. And what is your purpose today, by the way?
Good morning. Well, I'm Sarah's hype woman this morning, and I'm also a lover of downtown Murfreesboro, and any event that happens, I love to be at.
Yeah, that's right, because last week you were here with me to talk about the rodeo with the Community Foundation, which, by the way, we're going to have some tickets to give away here on the radio station on WGNS, so be listening for that. Okay. We're going to get to Friday Night Live in a bit. So what we just did is called a tease, and people will get that in a bit, like we said, and we'll reveal the bands for the 4 nights of Friday Night Live: June, July, August, and September, and we'll talk about all of that in just a bit. But coming up very quickly tomorrow night. On Thursday will be the annual Main Street celebration.
That's
so,
right.
so kind of give folks a little insight that may not know exactly what that is, and we'll kind of talk about that for a little bit.
Okay, so Main Street has this annual celebration where the community is invited to come to it. It is a ticketed event, and you can go to our website to get information. It's at the Walnut House on Thursday, February 22nd. It's from 4:30 to 6, and it's when we are able to highlight the businesses last year that received a design award. There's 2 of them, and a Business of the Year award downtown, and there's the Doug Young Leadership Award that is given. So,
Couldn't be named for a better guy.
I know.
Yeah, so that's coming up, and you do that is that the Walnut House?
It is. It's at the Walnut House. It's really just 5 to 6, 4:30 to 5. It's just light appetizers and drinks, and it's just a fun time to get with people downtown and celebrate everything that has happened and all the partners that have worked together to make downtown great.
That's
awesome. Is this
awesome.
the first time that you're doing a ticketed event for this?
So we did it last year this way. It is only $10 to get in, and you were there the last 2 years, right?
Yes, and
You've
I'll be
covered
there this
it
year
for
covering
City
it.
TV.
It's a great event because if you love downtown, and I like it because you can kind of get to know some of the owners of the businesses and really hear about what has gone into either their renovations or whatever they're doing. So it's really interesting.
Yep,
And fun.
Yeah, it is, and you know we've seen as we kind of back up just a little bit. We've seen here since the last time you and I talked, even. There's more and more things coming around the square and into the downtown area. And already, it has become a heartbeat again for downtown. There were so many years that whether it was here or, you'd name any town that has a public square and a courthouse downtown, for a long time, those towns, you had lawyers' offices and government offices around the square. And at 5 o'clock, everything dried up and everybody went home. Now it's become a new entertainment district for not only here, but like I said, a lot of other towns, everywhere from Columbia to Lebanon to Franklin to, where Shelbyville, you name it, more and more, eating choices and bars and clubs and things like that. It kind of give folks, since you've been in the position a little bit of what all you have seen happen around the square, because sometimes we see it happen, but again, if we can kind of put it in perspective, makes it even a little better.
Yeah, so this is a great, coming back to the celebration.
Yes.
The awards that are given, or the 2 design awards, are going to the businesses Borough Bourbon and Brews and Happy Sports Lounge. And exactly what you just said, more entertainment, more dining. Those 2 buildings, the design award goes because of the property itself that was renovated. Those were buildings that, Whiskey Dick's used to be in Happy's, and then they sold it. Brad Lehman, they have done a great job. I want to make sure I get their names right. Brad Lehman and Hunter Taylor. Both of them are from Murfreesboro. They've really invested in that building at 302
West Main.
West Main Street, that's right. And over at Borough Bourbon and Brews, there's 2 families. It's Ashley and Rhonda McCrary and Trent and Aubrey Talbert. And that's at 124 North Maple. That was the old coin building.
Yes.
It's been all kinds of things since the 1930s. And they have completely brought it back to, it was a gas station at one point. So they've tried to create the design of it to go back to what it was in its origin, with the windows that go up and just the exposure from the inside to the outside of the downtown. And they have bands perform, as so does Happy's. So like you said, after 5, there are things to do downtown because of these people who've invested in these buildings and created new businesses.
Yeah, Happy Sports Lounge opened before Borough Bourbon and Brews. And, I remember last year we had MTSU had a couple of events down there, like we had the tennis NCAA selection show. The softball team found out where they were going to be going to the NCAA tournament. They ended up going to Alabama. So there have been some things like that, but they've continued to offer, bring their offerings along as well, and have become, I think, a really fun spot to go to, because you've got the bowling in there. You've got
duck bowling,
duck pin bowling.
Good at the duck
Have
bowling.
you done
Are
that?
you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I surprised myself. So if you're not good at regular bowling, try the duck bowling.
What
at
about the
Happy's.
virtual golf? Have you done that?
I have, but I'm terrible.
Okay, yeah.
So do you duck pin bowl in high heels?
Absolutely. So if
True
I'm good
Mississippian.
In high heels, yes, and lipstick. So, yeah.
There you go. And so but the duck pin bowling, you don't have to go with the duck lips, right?
True. No.
So that's not a problem.
Go there.
But those 2 guys, they're Murfreesboro folks who really investing back into the town.
did.
So Happy's, and that was Whiskey Dick's, like you mentioned, back when Whiskey Dick's first opened. And if I'm right, wasn't it a glass company, or is there a glass company that's part of the behind it? Or
oh my gosh, I have the whole history of that
that building. Yeah.
Let's see. It was a Dodge, Plymouth, and Chrysler dealership back in the 1930s, like that whole section. And then the General Shoe Company came in, and then it was a tire company, and then several other businesses like Ideas. It was a printing and screen art.
John Brockwell's company. Yeah.
Yes, and then John Brockwell bought it in 1989 from the F. Hoover Estate.
Wow. Okay. So John Brockwell owns Ideas Teas, and so their place now is over off of behind Chili's, or behind Chewy's, and so they're back there, and they still have they do a great work over there, and they sell a lot of imprinted shirts and all that kind of stuff. But I remember when John's business was down there, and that kind of that got that building kind of converted, I guess. And so there've been a lot of things downtown, and it's really interesting to see how these buildings that were once purposed for something else have now turned around. So there's Happy's. They've done that. Now Borough Bourbon and Brews, that whole building has been very interesting. It was the judicial building for a
Right,
while,
right.
and so now you've got Whiskey Dick's on the front part of that building that faces the square, and Borough Bourbon and Brews faces University
They face
College and Maple, College and Maple. So they're on the corner just across from Marinas. So what other history do you have about that
Yeah,
building?
it
Because that's
just-
always very interesting.
During the late 1800s, that whole block was called the Jordan Block. In 1887, it was referred to as the Railroad or Depot Street. I'm not quite sure why of that. But in 1945, it was a filling station. And later on the first floor, it was a cafe. So, and then the Tennessee Coin and Jewelry Exchange Building.
Wow.
What it became.
Yeah.
So they did a lot of renovation to that building as well.
Yeah, and they have a really nice space there, and as the weather gets warmer, it's going to be really fun to see how that building works, Michael Lynn, because I think everybody, one of the favorite posts I see people make, where can I have outdoor dining,
Yes.
that kind of thing, and while you won't be outside, but when they open up those garage doors, you get
You're
that
basically
you're
outside.
basically outside, and
Yeah.
I mean, and get all that. So that'll be a lot of fun down there as the weather gets warmer. But I know they had big Super Bowl parties and stuff like that. So
Big sports. They have lots of TVs.
so they're going to be getting an award.
So they are getting the design award. We have one more award that's the Business of the Year award.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Domenico's Italian Deli.
Love it.
My boy,
Scarlett and Jeff Murphy.
my boy, my girl, Scarlett and Jeff.
Yes, I mean they have just given back to this community. His passion is sports, and he's volunteered, and they've donated, and they have gone above and beyond as a restaurant to stay open during events such as Wine Around the Square, when we have Friday Night Live concerts. They really cater to the flexibility of when there's events to making sure people can come into their restaurant and be welcomed. They've hosted artists for Art Crawl. So they've just been a great partner, and we wanted to celebrate them.
Well, Jeff and Scarlett, Scarlett comes from a restaurant family, the Lanning family that owns, their whole family has barbecue joints from Smyrna to Lawrenceburg and now into North Alabama. But Jeff, it's interesting. The story behind Domenico's Deli is Jeff Murphy, former Blue Raider quarterback, married his college sweetheart, which was Scarlett, and his family, his granddad actually opened the Domenico's Deli in Oakland, California, which is in the Bay Area. And they, when they came here and decided, he fell in love, here's a California boy in Tennessee. And of course, he was going to have to stay around here because when you marry into the Lanning family, you get the whole bunch, and he got them all, and so great for him that they do that, and he really back during COVID that they
opened right
they
before COVID.
opened right before COVID, and the downtown area did the very best they could in helping support, get them through that period, and then. He's hired a bunch of people and put them in positions of authority and all of that. So that's really great. And I'm so tickled to hear that they're getting that Business of the Year award.
Yeah. And it's neat because when you go in there to eat, he is right there making sandwiches
every
time. So he is the face of Domenico's.
Yeah, well, he worked with me for a year on the Blue Raider games, and what was interesting, he and I roomed together on the road, and so there were times when he would have to take calls, and somebody would call in like a gigantic order, and he was moving employees around to shuffle their schedules and all of that. So I have to ask you, since they're the Business of the Year, they're a downtown restaurant. What is your go-to order at Domenico's?
The Scarlet Pea.
The Scarlet Pea. What is on the Scarlet Pea?
Avocado, turkey.
I hear a lot of people that love that.
Is that the one? That's not cranberry. Is that also one that has
I
cranberry?
don't know, but it's kind of a
No, the other one has. There's another one.
there's
that
kind
I
of a
order.
Thanksgiving sandwich
Yeah,
that has
I
the
get that
turkey and
one
cranberry.
too,
I like that one.
But I just always say scarlet pea.
Okay, Michael,
I
then
need
what
to
what is your go-to?
Okay. The meatball.
Okay.
It's
Oh, that one
delicious.
is good.
I love to get that. It might not be the healthiest thing, but it's simple, delicious. Love it.
Well, and Jeff will attest to this. When I walk in, he will say, "Are you going to get something different today?" I said, "No, you know what I want." And my order is a Reuben on wheat or sourdough. I just don't like rye bread. And
I like sourdough.
and so I would get a Reuben on that. So
there you go, folks. You have recommendations.
Yeah.
recommendations,
Different
yeah,
ones.
and all these businesses, Happy's, Borough Bourbon and Brews, and Domenico's Deli. Congratulations to all of them as they are the winners of these awards. That's awesome. All right, we're rolling now. Sarah Callender from Main Street is here. Michael Lynn White from City TV is here.
Hello.
We're going to take a break and be back with more in just a minute. You're listening to the Roundtable on WGNS.
Here's a question. What do you want from your electric co-op?
An app for easy payment.
Solar energy solutions.
I just want to talk to a real person when I need help.
Energy tips and low rates.
Done, 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 done.
I want to fly my car to the moon.
Houston, let's talk about electric vehicles. Energy Service Life. That's Middle Tennessee Electric. We're here to get done what matters most to you. Learn more at mte.com.
This is Stan Vaught. I'm a lot like you, a husband, father, farmer, auctioneer, and community supporter. I'm now a candidate for school board. In the last cases, Walter Hill, Milton, Leanna, Oakland, and Siegel communities. I believe in community schools, vocational education, and getting education back to the basics. I'd appreciate your support for school board.
Early voting going on now. Election day is March 5th. Paid for by Stan Vaught for school board. Stan Vaught, treasurer.
Hey fellas, if you've been feeling tired and grumpy and have noticed a lack of motivation and drive, you may have low T. Low testosterone levels can cause weight gain, loss of muscle mass, and so much more. I recommend Low T Center, which is where I get my levels tested. They make it quick and easy to get your levels checked, and it's only $25. And with their on-site lab, you'll get your results back in about 25 minutes. Most insurance is accepted for treatment. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
French's, the name to trust. French's, depend on us. French's, a great selection too. We take pride in pleasing you. Get brand names at a lower price. The French family really treats you nice. It makes good sense to shop at French's. French's Shoes and Boots.
That's French's Shoes and Boots, 1837 South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
There's a lot going on here. Entertainers come in 3 or 4 times a week. I'm Greg Shannon. Come and check out Adam's Place. Of all the places we checked, it was by far the most comfortable. People make a difference in your life. And here, when we first got here, they come up and said, hey, join us for dinner. They just want you to be part of the community, It just feels so welcoming.
I'm Terry Deal. Call me about Adam's Place. Phone 615-904-9111. Memorial Boulevard, across from Walmart.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by the law offices of John Day and Americare Pest Control.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
WGNS encourages you to shop local. Let's patronize those local family businesses. The Rutherford County Historical Society meets this Sunday afternoon at 2 at Oakland's Mansion. They'll be discussing stacked stone walls. Many are hidden under centuries of soil. Archaeologist Lauren Walls is the guest speaker this Sunday afternoon at 2. for the Rutherford County Archaeological Society. They're meeting in Manny Hall at Oakland's Mansion, 2 o'clock Sunday. Would you like to have your ham radio license? The Stones River Amateur Radio Club is offering free classes to prepare you to pass the exam that gets you the technician class license. The classes begin next month. Go to their website for more information, Stones River Amateur Radio Club, and the classes are free. Jane Eyre continues at the Springhouse Theater in Smyrna, and early voting is underway right now. Cast your ballot during this primary election. Early voting continues through February 27th. From News Radio WGNS, those are Good Neighbor events.
Good Neighbor weather. Skies become mostly sunny this afternoon, high in the upper 60s. South winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour and gusting as high as 20. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on News Radio WGNS. Currently, it's 45.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
Welcome back into the Roundtable on this Wednesday. Chip Walters here, and we're talking Main Street, Murfreesboro. Sarah Callender, the director, is with us, and glad she could be here. Michael Lynn White with City TV, co-hosting, co-guesting.
Yes,
well,
here to have fun.
All of the above. She's the hype girl today and always. And we talked about the awards, the annual award celebration that's coming up tomorrow at the Walnut House. Again, it's a ticketed event. So are you sold out on that? Or
No, not yet.
So contact the Main Street office if you'd like to go to that and celebrate Borough Bourbon and Brews, Happy Sports Lounge, and Domenico's Deli, who will be getting those awards. Now,
Sarah, can you pay at the door or no?
Yes, you can.
okay, you
And
can
it's
pay at
just
the door.
$10.
$10 at the door. There you go. All right. We have teased, and today we're going to reveal the bands for Friday Night Live. And first of all, this all started. Do you happen to know when we started this?
Yeah, let me go back to the very beginning. 2005.
So
was the first.
So this is the
recorded
20th year of it. Then
Yes,
that is exciting.
It is the 20th celebration.
how about that? So yeah, the 20th year of Friday Night Live and Bands on the Square. So
You did that math fast.
the obviously. The Jazz Fest used to be the kickoff event downtown.
Right.
That has moved around a little bit.
That's at the Fountain.
And the Fountain has a life of its own, and so that it's great, and that fits very well out there. Which that means the Friday Night Live on the Square begins in the month of June. So that is the first Friday night when schools are out and the warm weather is here. People have gotten their new chairs and all ready to go. So last year, Michael Lynn, let's give a recap to the folks who we saw last year.
Let's do it. I had a great time last year. I think my favorite was Entice.
They're very good. I was just at a private party with them about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, lucky.
And they were still very, very good.
This is a great chance to see all of these cool bands and such
Yep.
a fun night. So I love that we
Yeah.
do it.
Who else did we have last year?
Last year we had Justin Kirk for Night of Nashville, Monsters of Yacht, and Ultimate Oldies.
Right.
Which you liked those. You
Yeah,
liked
I'm a big yacht rock guy. So the Monsters of Yacht, which they used to be called Yachty by Nature, I think.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. They were. That was their previous name, and Ultimate Oldies. Their show, they had like. They had costume changes and like 8 different people sang lead on songs. It was outstanding.
They
so
perform a lot out at Patterson Park.
yeah,
too.
they do. And if you get a chance, go see them. And I think they're based in Manchester. Maybe is that right? Something like that. Yeah. Well, speaking of locally based bands, this is one that has been requested for quite a while.
Yes, it has.
They play locally. I know they play out at Hank's a good bit. They play other places. But June 7th, the first Friday Night Live of the year, who's it going to be?
Ready?
The O'Donnells.
The O'Donnells are going to be performing at Friday Night Live for the first time ever.
Well,
Not
since I've been
since
here.
you've been here. That's right. Okay.
They used to perform a lot.
Okay.
And they're a lot of fun and play a lot around town. So
They do. They do. One song that's kind of that we're going to give you a little taste of them was a song that is an original, and it is called Gatlinburg and Gatlinburg Strong. Here it is.
Homes and treasures are now gone, but memories remain. All the prayers and donations helped ease the pain. Family, friends, and neighbors across the USA, with hearts big as the mountains and love that's here to stay. Gatlinburg, oh Gatlinburg, this place we call home, surrounded by the mountains that we love. What's been done to us, we all know is wrong, but we'll make it through together, 'cause Gatlinburg is strong.
There you go. That was the song that was done after the fire, and kind of a tribute to Gatlinburg Strong. So that is that's the O'Donnells, and again they're a big favorite here in town, and they are I think they claim Rockvale as their home base. So so that is that's where that will be coming up on June the 5th. Then we get into the month of July, where, of course, the first Friday night falls during what will be a 4-day 4th of July weekend, because the 4th is going to fall on Thursday. July 5th will be the first Friday, and, of course, you've got Saturday and Sunday. And we're going to kind of turn back the clock a little bit in July, and time to reveal our July band for Friday Night Live. And Miss Sarah and Miss Michael Lynn, who we got?
Ready? The Music City Swing.
Music City Swing will be the band on July 5th. And here's a little taste of Music City Swing.
Wanted to get a big band going, doing the original 30s and 40s sound, and I found a bunch of willing people that are just great. They've been with me for the better part of 7 years now.
Here's a little tune we're gonna play for you. It's not so tough, cause it's easy to do. It's the Callaway Boogie. Callaway Boogie. The Callaway Boogie. Callaway Boogie. It keeps you grooving 24 hours a day.
Trumpet man from Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, I'm going reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy, Company B.
Jingle bells, jingle jingle, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a 57 Chevrolet. Jingle bells, jingle jingle, jingle all the way.
All right. There it is, Music City Swing. They will be here in July, so there will be a lot of dancing that night, a lot of swing dancing.
They're a big band.
They are a big band, and as you heard, a lot of horns, a lot of fun stuff there. That moves us into August, and here's a new band to Friday Night Live. Brand new, and they are kind of yacht rocky from what I heard. So let's reveal the August band is
the Nashville Alternators.
The Nashville Alternators. Here's a taste of the Nashville Alternators, about 3 minutes worth.
When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. Those pretty faces always seem to stand out in a crowd. Someone picked you from the bunch, one look was all it took. But now it's much too late for me to take a second look. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Show you that I love you. Won't you please let me back in your heart? Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go.
Little young Michael Jackson there.
And if you really your smile.
For slow dancing, did a little Stevie Wonder here.
Telling me all the while you are saying, babe, it's time to go.
This would be your solo, Michael Lynn.
First the feeling's alright, then it's gone from sight. So I'm taking out this time to say, oh, if you really love me, could have had a big tipper rolling up
Throwing in some 80s here.
all around the bend. Could have had a bumper car bumping. This amuse my never
Little Peter Gabriel right here.
I wanna be sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name? Hey, I wanna be a sledgehammer. This could be my testimony. Yeah.
Moving your hips with a feeling from side to side. Sit yourself down in your car and take a ride while we move and ride.
There you got the Nashville Alternators. So, and one you didn't hear that's also on that demo, Christopher Cross. They play a little Ride Like the Wind and some of his stuff. So that will be in August 2nd, for the Nashville Alternators. The final event will be in September. MTSU sponsors it. It will be the Friday night before the Blue Raiders host the Duke Blue Devils, and it will be on Saturday or Friday night, September 20th. Football game is on Saturday, September 21st, and this is a band that is very popular here in Murfreesboro as well. So it's time to reveal the final band for Friday Night Live, and who's it going to be?
Everyday people.
More Stevie Wonder. Yeah, if you liked Entice, you'll like Everyday People. They've been here before. And One more song coming here. Little Bruno Mars.
It's not Friday Night Live. I think we do hear that they're here.
Everybody scream. There you have it. There.
It'll be a blast.
That is Biz and Everyday People. That'll be September 20th. So to recap here at Michael Land, we'll have June 7th, the O'Donnells. July 5th, Music City Swing. August 2nd, the Nashville Alternators. And September 20th, Everyday People.
That's right.
You excited? Tell me,
So excited.
Tell me about the process that you went through to vet band. How many bands do you think you had to I'll say had to. How many did you enjoy listening to and because I know this is a good gig. I mean, you get in front of a lot of people on Friday Night Live because I would say this is just my estimate.
Thousand.
Yeah, somewhere between 2 and 4, sometimes 5,000 people around that square on a Friday night.
Yeah, it is a hard process because so many people are local and you get to know them and they're like, hey, can we come back or can we perform? We have a band and gosh, I hate hurting people's feelings. But
oh, you're so mean, Sarah.
But I really have to think about, you think of such a diverse audience in age, demographic, I mean, everything. And you need to find music that all of the people that come to it can enjoy and feel connected and be family friendly. And really people just want to dance.
Yeah.
Even if they're in their chair, they want to recognize the music. And so that's kind of my guide.
Yep. I would say that's a good way to go about it, and keep mixing it up. Everybody.
Yeah, I like to get new bands, and I like to bring some old bands back. But we never have a band repeat a year.
No.
So they have to take a couple of years off.
Good deal. All right, there it is. There's the reveal. We'll be talking about that a little bit more. We'll also be talking about the Saturday market and other things going on with Main Street when we return after this final break. Final segment coming up on the Wednesday Roundtable here on WGNS. Hi, this is Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. You might know me as the voice of the Blue Raiders, but I want to be your trusted advisor in real estate. Whether you're buying or selling, it's time to choose Chip. Do you have a growing family and need to upsize? Are you an empty nester now and need to downsize? Are you thinking of selling your current home but just worried you can't find something else? Well, it's time to choose Chip. I'm looking to be your trusted advisor in real estate. I'm Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates.
As a leader in environmental services, sustainability is deeply integrated into our business model. At Middle Point Landfill, we are environmentalists at heart. We use cutting-edge technology in combination with our deep experience in recycling and waste services to protect our environment and our neighbors. That's our job, and that's our promise. We invite you to learn more about us at middlepointlandfill.com. For public services, we are sustainability in action.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budsTireProsTN.com.
Where is the best barbecue in town? At 1920 East Main, the best barbecue for miles around is in 1920 East Main. You can buy it by the pound, sandwich, platter, or plate. No matter what you choose, it will taste great. You can come with a friend, by yourself, or with a date. To Slick Pig Barbecue. Barbecue pork, beef, or chicken, Brunswick stew, great sides, lunch specials, down-home atmosphere, and they cater. Slick Pig Barbecue, it's the best.
The role of property assessor is an important one. Virgil Gammon stands ready to take over the reins of property assessor of Rutherford County. By electing Virgil Gammon, a U.S. Army veteran, voters can trust that their interests will be safeguarded, ensuring a fair and just system of property assessment.
Hi, I'm Virgil Gammon. I'd appreciate your vote.
Virgil Gammon is a former county commissioner and a longtime citizen of Rutherford County.
Paid for by Gammon for property assessor. Al Miller, treasurer.
Virgil Gammon for property assessor of Rutherford County.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
Welcome back into the Roundtable here on this Wednesday. Chip Walters with Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates, and the Blue Raider Network. Glad to have you with us. Got Blue Raider basketball coming up tonight from Jacksonville, Alabama, as the Blue Raiders take on the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. We're talking Main Street, Murfreesboro, and Sarah Callender, the executive director, and Michael Lynn White from City TV, the hype girl.
Hello, yeah.
She is here today, and we just unveiled and revealed the bands for Friday Night Live Michael
much
Lynn,
fun.
chime in.
Yes.
Give me your thoughts. What'd you think about the 4 bands that are going to be happening this year?
I'm so excited. I go usually to all of them. So,
Yep.
and I love to dance regardless of, but I like all music anyway. So if you
There's only in your mind. There's only 2 kinds of music: good and bad, right?
Yeah, I kind of like all music, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna dance even if it's bad, so that's okay. But it's so fun, all ages, race, everything. It's such a fun community event.
I know,
And I
I've-
love that the downtown businesses have little like to-go foods, or you can run in and
Special
grab something.
menus.
It's really cool.
You know, I've got my little group that we typically come, and we've got our spot where we normally set our chairs out, and I bring my cooler, and I've either brought something or I've already got it. Most of the time I call my boy Jeff and say, hey, I need a sandwich and chips and whatever, and go over and pick it up. So we do that, or get a pizza, or go, like I said, a lot of those, Alley has a special to-go boxes for that kind of thing. Anyway, that's all coming up. Yeah. And again, those bands, the O'Donnells, Music City Swing, Nashville Alternators, and Everyday People. And if you missed the reveal and the some of the music, the podcast of this show will be up on WGNSradio.com. All right, some other events that are coming up. Well, Saturday Market, yeah.
Start with March.
Yeah, start with March, and that will be downtown after 5,
So
which
that's
is
a big reveal. It's the
which
first
is-
time we've said it
Yes,
publicly.
I'm
that
very
is a reveal.
excited about this.
It's a rebranding of an event that has been going on, but it's now called Downtown After 5.
It was formerly known as Sip, Shop, and Stroll.
Gotcha.
And they really marketed it as a ladies' night out on Thursday evening.
Okay.
We are pivoting to Friday evening and making it more inclusive for all of the businesses. And we're saying shopping, dining, and entertainment. So Downtown After 5, it's the place to be.
And that will happen
Quarterly. So
quarterly.
we're going to keep doing it just 4 times a year.
Okay.
The goal would be to do it once a month.
Yep.
Eventually. So the businesses like the boutique stores, sometimes they close earlier, but
Right.
on these occasions they will stay open until 8 o'clock, and they will have usually they have some type of drink and sweet treat. So you walk around and enjoy looking at stuff, but then also the whole goal is to go out to eat downtown.
Mhm.
And then there's so many places to do entertainment.
There aren't.
Duck bowl.
Exactly.
Or throw an axe.
Yes.
Or a dart.
My company, we Exit Realty, we had a little axe throwing outing for the office here a couple weeks ago, which was a lot of fun. So that's all going down over there, and I don't want to go axe throwing with Michael Lynn. Just
You would have to behave, Chip. Otherwise, you're not in any danger.
okay. Well,
Stay behind the line.
Exactly.
yeah, stay behind the line. So that is going to be fun. And what is the first date of that is going to be March
15th.
March 15th. The Ides of March will be out that day. So
That's right.
At 2, Sarah. So
Oh my goodness. What is that? A little Shakespeare.
there we go.
We should have Shakespeare poets walking around.
That's a
Reenact-
great idea.
Not me.
Yeah.
But
Well, I didn't think Sarah was going to be walking around reciting Shakespeare, but I support that idea.
Hey, remember we had Abraham Lincoln
Yes, we
at the
did.
Christmas, not the tree lighting, but at this event in November last year. He was reciting all kinds of stuff that
He does
Abraham
a great
Lincoln
job.
recites. Yeah.
Yes. All these fun little things that y'all think
Yeah.
of, which I think is great. But this event, Downtown After 5, is exciting for me. I usually go to all of the Sip, Shop, and Strolls, and it's fun to bring the girls together. But now that it's on Friday,
it's even more fun.
It's even more fun, and it's just for a couple of hours in the afternoon, so you can get off of work
Right.
and grab your girlfriends or your family and come hang out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Walk around. It is fun.
We'll have music outside, like people, squatters or whatever they're called, where people just kind of sit on the sidewalk and play music. The art crawl always partners with us, and they have artists. So we'll have businesses that don't normally have things for sale, like Michael Busey at State Farm. He always does this. He opens his business up and lets vendors that are artists sell their stuff. So that just gives you more opportunity to buy things downtown.
Yeah.
And also the sidewalk art. Are we doing that again this year?
Yeah,
Because
for
that's
sure.
really cool.
With the chalk?
With
Yes.
the chalk.
Okay.
And they do these elaborate things with chalk on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
That'll be awesome. And again, the first one of those will be March 15th. The new name, Downtown After 5, moving from Thursday to Friday nights, and will be happening once quarterly, which that moves us into, because, I mean, you've got all these events on Fridays. You got Friday Night Live, you got Downtown After 5, and then, of course, we'll be kicking off the Saturday Market, and that thing has a life of its own. Yes, it does. And it is such a popular event for when the vegetables start coming in. You've got other vendors down there, and also it is maybe the number one people watching type thing, and that's going on a weekly basis. So, kind of give us an update on, what are the dates, and if people are interested in being part of it, how they need to go about that.
So it starts May 4th.
May 4th.
May the 4th be with all of the market
That will be
vendors.
Derby Day, by the way.
Oh, you're just.
So the first Saturday in May, that will be Derby Day. So maybe somebody will be selling ingredients to mint juleps that day. So
Chip, did you make an A in history class? Because you're really good at remembering all these dates.
yeah. So I kind of like history a little bit. So
We should make it a hat day, and everybody.
there
has to
you
have
go.
their Derby hat to the
Exactly.
market.
So there you go.
Ride a horse to the
Hopefully it's a nice sunny day, and you can. I like wearing my wide brim hats and coming down. So that'll be
nice.
on the 4th.
Very dapper.
Now, as far as, because here we are, we're still a couple months away from that. Are you starting to get requests already from people?
It never stops.
Yeah.
People are always wanting to be in the market. The market manager does a great job with trying to keep a balance so that there's not too many of one type of thing, because then that just hurts the vendors themselves.
Right.
And so she has spaces for part-time vendors, and so she's always bringing in somebody new to try it out and see how they fit. And then sometimes they move into full-time vendors. But if you follow the Main Street page, mainstreetmurfreesboro.org, the Saturday Market page has all of our vendors, full-time and part-time, has the map every week, so you know where they're going to be placed.
Now, generally, what are the rules for vendors as far as who is allowed to even apply to be part of it?
You can't resell other stuff, like you can't purchase an item and then sell it. It's like 25%, I think, that you are allowed. Like for produce, they might have peaches when we don't have peaches, or when something's out of season, you're allowed a percentage to sell that you didn't grow yourself. But other than that, you have to grow it or make it or bake it yourself. So it can't be something that you're just being the middleman passing through.
Yeah. And the crowd surge when like the tomatoes come in.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, corn, peaches, those are the vegetables. But I mean, there's everything from
artists,
crafts, the artists, those like the welcome signs. You've got was it Blue Porch does their chicken salad and all that. You've got the cheese dips and
lots of breads.
And then of course my favorite, you've got the MTSU dairy and the chocolate milk.
Which we're waiting to see if they're going to come back.
I hope so.
Because there's a new director
for
that program.
Okay. Well,
our friend Matthew, I think was his name, he retired. So
Matthew's a great guy and did a lot of good things. And, the chocolate milk from MTSU Dairy is just off the charts. Yeah. So very good.
Rich.
Don't count your calories that day.
You better walk them off at the market.
Yep. You can get you a pint and then
run around.
Walk a couple of laps and
they
and
also do the grass. Like I love to buy meats there. Like I'll get grass-fed local ground
That's right.
beef.
Fair Farms.
And it's
several of them. Yeah, you can get great grass-fed beef and poultry and all kinds of stuff. Beatty Farms used to do it, but if there's different vendors that for all of those different things. Is you pretty much locked in on the number of vendors?
Yeah, we can't grow anymore. We have literally taken up every space around the courthouse. So it's about 75 vendors that we have spaces.
75. So, and that's on a weekly basis. It will start May the 4th. On May the 4th be with you.
It used to only be half of the square, and the fact that now it goes all the way around the courthouse, and we have so many people. What made you decide? I remember when it went from one to the other. How did that come about?
Well, we were able to hire a market manager, and so Main Street director doesn't have to be over the market as well, and it's a full-time job, like for her to manage that many vendors, and then if somebody backs out the last minute, making sure that spot's filled and giving people an opportunity. And she does all the social media for the farmers market, so that's the most popular page, the Saturday Market Facebook page. And she highlights all the vendors and shows pictures of their stuff growing and tells their stories. So
yeah, I
she's
mean,
done a great job.
she has. I mean, because I will, I will take a look at it on Thursday or Friday, saying, okay, let's see who's going to be there this weekend, and if there's a favorite vendor or two that I know is going to have something that I'm looking for, I'll make sure. But I'm down there most Saturday mornings anyway, so that's all coming up, and it will start May the 4th and run through
all the way through October,
through the end of October.
Yeah,
so
and if I can say this one real quick thing, what's cool is like it's a little incubator space. We have had so many vendors that have grown because of their popularity at the market and have become brick and mortar businesses. The bagel guys, they're above Murfreesboro Axe now, mass producing their bagels, and they're growing. And just the Blue Port, she had a building for a while. So there's lots of businesses that have grown because of the market. So we're proud of that.
That's wonderful. That's what it's all about.
That is. And I thought doing the hokey pokey was what it's all about.
Oh
so
we can do that too, Chip. Opening day, you and me, hokey pokey in front of the courthouse.
There you go.
In our hat.
May the 4th, and there's always music up there too. There
yes.
you have a couple of musicians,
and
one
the
on
balloon
each
guy.
one on each side of the courthouse. So
hey, talking about music,
yeah,
I'm throwing this at you. But at May 4th, Gallagher Guitar is throwing their first ever Gallagher Guitar Music Fest.
Oh,
they're shutting down their section between College and West Main. So it's that little part of Walnut Street. So you've got the Walnut House and Gallagher Guitar where they build the guitars. They're having a picking contest. They're going to have a stage set up, and they're going to have guitar artists, and they've got a top-notch person come in. I'm not going to reveal it before they do, but make sure you follow them, because that whole day and evening they'll be concerts going
so you can start at the market and end up with the Gallagher Guitar Fest on May the 4th.
Yep.
I did not know about that.
No,
I know what
really
I'm doing.
I did not know that. So there we go.
Now I do know what I'm doing on May 4th.
There you go. Got a couple minutes left here. We're always excited about new businesses coming into downtown, and we've got some openings coming up here in the not too distant future of new restaurants and other things going on. What can you talk about there?
Everybody has been anticipating the construction going on with Korean Fire barbecue. Gosh, I just feel sorry for them. They've had to really do a lot of renovations inside because of the type of restaurant, but that's going to be opening up. It's over beside Jack Brown's.
Yes.
So hopefully by May they will be open. And there's a wine bar that's supposed to be opening up on West Main Street. They've been renovating the inside of that. There's actually a new, I don't know if I can say this or not, tattoo parlor that's opening up on East Main Street.
There you go.
Interesting enough.
So many we have a couple of tattoo places around off the square, but
depending on how you feel, you could get a tattoo on
there
May
you go.
the 4th.
Absolutely.
So,
a lightsaber.
Yeah,
well, that's awesome. So a lot of stuff going on, and for people who want to follow Main Street, give us the website, the social media platforms. Tell them how to do that.
So Main Street Murfreesboro.org is our website. Tons of information, an event calendar on there, and then our social media, Instagram, Facebook, is Main Street Murfreesboro or the Murfreesboro Saturday Market. So follow that.
Good deal. All right. If you missed any of this or want to catch the reveal of the bands, the podcast section of WGNSradio.com will have all of that. Sarah, it's always fun, it's always fun to catch up. And Michael Lynn, same with you. And appreciate you for bringing the hype today and being the hype girl.
I got you.
So that's 2 weeks in a row. Let's see
Let's see what we can do next week.
Let's see what we can do next week. Yeah, that's exactly right. So
Sarah's my friend. She does an amazing job with Main Street. I don't know what we would do without you with all this fun stuff. So thank you. And your team.
My team. Yes, it's not just me. There's a huge team that help.
All
huge,
right.
actually small,
it's very small. For everything y'all do, it's very small.
That is it for the Roundtable today. Thank you for being with us. Brian Barrett's coming up next, and whatever you do, keep it right here on the Big G, WGNS. Have a great day, everybody.